Okay, I think we're live on Instagram and we are live on Facebook. Okay, yes. I apologize for the delay. I had just gotten news that they were cutting down a beautiful tree right outside of the window, right here. So that it wouldn't have worked. It just wouldn't have worked. All right, we're waiting for everyone to join in. Welcome to our final day of Abundance Rising. I am so proud of all of the work that I've been seeing. My heart is so full. Just meeting you, seeing you if you've been here for a long time with me already. Just the way that we came together is amazing. And I was saying that on day 1 that this is about community. This is so much about community, and it's the way that we all come together as a group to heal, to grow, to manifest. It is beautiful. As you're joining in, let me know where you're viewing this from. Let me know your name. And today we're going to be talking all about co-creating with the universe, with God, with Source. How to believe that we are capable of creating the reality that we desire. How to fully believe in that and how to fully embody the version of ourself that already has that reality. So manifestation is all about embodiment. That's really it. That's all it comes down to. If you take one thing away from this whole entire free workshop series, take that. That manifestation is all about embodiment. And when you continuously embody the version of yourself who already has the reality that you desire, universe has no choice but to bring it to you. It is law, the law of attraction. Janitzi is here from Hartford, Connecticut. I hope I didn't butcher your name again. I'll keep smiling. I loved that the other day. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, everyone on Instagram. Welcome to day 3. This is our final day. And I'm loving all the work that I'm seeing, number 1. I really wanted to mention that. And you probably hear me right now. I'm a little congested. I have been battling this cold all week, and I felt like it was getting progressively worse. When I came live on Wednesday, I thought it was going to be pretty bad, but I didn't really hear it. I don't think you didn't really hear it in the replay. But today I hear it. I'm all congested. I have this wicked cough. And I'm like, I haven't been sick in a long time. This is probably allergies. But I haven't really felt like this in a long time. And I truly believe it's because there's a lot of energy that I'm releasing. As I was saying through the whole challenge, even putting this workshop together, so many old money stories of my own have been coming up. And I am moving through into my next level of freedom and abundance, and it's scary. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about fear as we're moving into our big, amazing next level. So I have this cold, and I truly feel like it's my body's way of releasing a lot of that stuck energy. A lot of the healing work that I'm doing is just coming out of me. So I'm welcoming it. And I do apologize. As you're joining in, let me know where you're viewing this from. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. All right. So I wanted to take a moment to talk about Wednesday's homework, the day 2 homework. And on day 2, we were recreating my $500 in 48 hours manifestation experiment. Now, I told everybody to, it's maybe not $500, but manifest an amount that's believable to you. So I intended for $50, and I was shocked when my brother presented me with a $50 bill the same day. I shared it to the Facebook group. But what I want to say about this experiment is, number 1, forget about it. I probably shouldn't even be talking about it, because the point here is that you got to forget about it. You need to let go and allow. We have to let go and allow ourselves to receive our desires. We're going to be talking all about receiving today. But also, If your money manifestation does not get here within 48 hours, do not fret, do not worry. It will come. You worrying about it is so much worse than anything. It will come. Manifestation is all about believing even when you don't see it. It's about still believing when you don't see something happen within 48 hours. Well, 72 hours later, you still believe it with your whole entire being. We're going to be talking about belief today. Belief is so important. So don't worry, don't be hard on yourself. You gotta keep that energy high, but stay in that belief. It's all about belief. And then I also wanted to mention sometimes our manifestations don't appear because we're meant for something better. Form a belief that if something were like that were to happen, let's say you're intending for anything. Okay, one of my students, for example, was intending for an apartment. She wanted to manifest her own apartment for her and her family, a new apartment, and that's what we were working through. She didn't manifest an apartment, and it didn't come as soon as she wanted it to. You know, where is it? It's not coming. She ended up manifesting a house instead, a whole house, and she was shocked. And it happened that way because she was meant for something better. So form that belief in your mind, in your body, in your soul, that if this doesn't happen, or if something doesn't happen, if something that you want really badly doesn't happen, this or something better. Always intend for this or something better. Hello, Facebook. Okay, just checking in. All right, this or something better. Also, when you intend for this or something better, that takes a lot of the pressure off, right? It takes a lot of the pressure off to create. We're talking about that a lot today too. How do we take that pressure off? You know, this is why I don't exactly like goal setting so much. I work with intentions, right? We work with intentions a lot when we're talking about self-development and spirituality and manifestation. Goal setting to me has a very forcing, masculine, heavy energy that we need to make something work, because when we achieve that goal, that means that we have been successful. And the only reason that we want that goal is so that we can have that success, right? Like, congratulations, you did something right. I gotta fix my microphone. I'm like holding on to it, and I can't use my other hand while doing it. All right. The congratulations, I had to clap. Congratulations, you succeeded, right? Instead of being in the energy of, you know, it's not that I want to achieve the goal because I succeed and I need the world and the universe and society to believe in me that I succeeded. It's that goal is going to help you get closer to the reality of the truth of your soul. It's going to help you align more fully with your being. It's going to help you sink into the truth of who you really are by activating the feelings of what you truly desire, the feelings that are already within you. This whole challenge is about the fact that the abundance that you desire, all of it is already within you. But society's belief in goals and achieving goals, and then once you achieve it, you succeed. You check something else off your list, right? It's this heavy, forceful energy. And there's so much pressure on you to try to make it succeed, to try to make yourself succeed. So instead, when we talk about setting intentions, we set our intentions for what we desire because we know that that's going to bring us closer to the truth of our soul. And there's work that we have to do on the way there. But the point of setting the intention is to give it up to the universe, God, creator, source, to help us along the way. You don't create on your own. Manifestation is a process of co-creating with that higher power, that universal energy. This takes a lot of the pressure off. This takes a lot of the pressure off trying to force and push your way through things. When you can believe totally that the universe will carry you through, and the universe will be there to deliver what it is that you desire. And if not, then it's this or something better. That takes so much of the pressure off. All right, Facebook. I have to keep checking in. Keep pausing. All right. Now, I wanted to get to this on Wednesday, but there was so much else that we had to talk about. So today, very quickly, first and foremost, obviously, we all know that you have to paint the vision for what you desire in order to get that manifestation process going. When you paint the vision, when you set your intention, the minute that you do that, the universe hears you. This is a question I get asked a lot, especially when people are just starting out with manifestation. How do I know that the universe has heard me? How do I know that, do I have to say it again? Do I have to switch it up a little bit? Do I have to write it down? Maybe I have to speak it out loud. Universe hears you. No matter what, you can write it down, you could say it out loud, you could think it. The universe has heard your intention. Form that belief, and it's the truth. Form that belief. Because when you are in the space of worrying about whether or not the universe has heard you, you're becoming further and further away from the truth of your soul. You're getting further away from embodying the energy of what you desire. And instead you're embodying the energy of, did the universe hear me? Did I do it right? I didn't do it right. Manifestation isn't about doing it right. Manifestation is about letting yourself be guided. And you let yourself be guided by taking the next logical step, which is presented to you. The universe gives it to you. We're going to get into that today. You do that by taking the next logical step, but also following your joy, like we were talking about on Monday. Those follow your joy posters that I would always roll my eyes at. When you follow your joy and you take the next step that lights you up, that gets you more aligned with the truth of your soul. And when you're fully embodied and aligned with the truth of your soul, universe has no choice but to bring you what it is that you desire. It is law, the law of attraction. What do you really desire? What do you desire? That is important. This is why when you first signed up for the challenge, I gave out different journal prompts that were sent out with the email, like when you initially signed up. And the first journal prompt, I think it was the first one, is what does abundance really mean to me? What does it mean to you? So often we go after things that we think we have to go after, like my career in finance. I even recently, a few months ago, I took out an old journal that I was using when I was manifesting that career in finance. And in that journal, I was painting the picture of who I wanted to be. And at the time, I thought that this is actually after I manifested the career. This is when I was trying to find success in the career because it was just not working. So I was already in the career. And I was writing down in my scripting exercises, in my journaling, that the vision I was painting was a person, a woman, a high-powered career woman who wore suits and high heels. And that is the vision that I thought I wanted. I thought that that's what I needed. I thought that that's what was going to bring me success and freedom and abundance and happiness and fulfillment. I already had manifested the career. Well, why isn't it working? Okay, let me try to manifest the career working, right? Like, let me try to manifest success in the career. And that vision was this vision of a high-powered businesswoman with suits because society told me that that's what success meant. And while that could be success to you, that could be success to many people, but it wasn't truly what success was to me, and that's why it wasn't working. I had to really deconstruct all of that. Those were beliefs that I had built up from society. We see it all the time. We see it, in TV and in the movies and those high-powered careers with suits, white collar. That equals success. That's the belief that I had. But that wasn't working because that wasn't truly my desire. That was society's desire. It wasn't mine. So I had to really deconstruct that and get back to basics and figure out, what does success really mean to me? What does abundance really mean to me? What does financial freedom really mean to me? What does it mean for me to be in a job, career that I love? What I do now is absolutely 1,000,000% my soul's purpose and my truth at this moment in time. Because I wake up every single day so excited to be here with all of you, with my students. I love creating content, and content just flows out of me for the most part. The days where it's easy, I usually try to get a lot done, because other days, like today, I might feel under the weather. But everything is just so beautiful. And it's such stark contrast to what it used to be when I manifested my first career, and I did manifest it. I manifested it, and I also felt guilty that it didn't work. I kept telling myself, well, you manifested this, it should work. And it wasn't, because it wasn't truly my desire. You need to really get clear on what that picture is. What is that vision? What is that reality that you're creating for you? Oh, hold on. Instagram. I gotta put do not disturb on. I did it again. Okay, I am back. All right. What is the vision? We got to get clear on the vision. Okay. Now, and this is what you're going to do for homework too. You're going to get clear on that vision. We also, when it comes to money specifically and career, jobs, we often get into a space where we feel stuck trying to get to our next level. This is a lot of what I have personally been going through the last few weeks with all of those money stories coming up. We feel stuck trying to get to our next level. Let's say you're in a career and you have a salary, right? Like you have a salary that caps at a certain amount, but you want so badly to move past that and go even further up. We call this an upper limit issue. Sometimes we're able to manifest a certain amount of money or up to a certain amount of money easily, right? Like maybe we're able to manifest $5 gift cards all the time. Or maybe we're able to manifest free vacations all the time. Or we're able to manifest $20 bills out of the blue all the time. But we can't move past that level. We can't move past that level to freedom and abundance, let's say. Or we can't move past the salary cap level. That's called an upper limit issue. That's because our beliefs are so ingrained in the reality that we already have. The reality where we are earning this set amount of money. Vibrationally, energetically, you believe that you can only earn or get a certain amount of money. That is your deeply held belief. Or receive it. You believe that you can only receive a certain amount of money. And this usually, when you're facing this upper limit issue, this usually has everything to do with fear. Okay? Because it's very scary to even think about what life is going to look on the other side of where you've been for a long time. Especially if you've been there for a long time. This has been coming up a lot for me. I was writing about this in a few of my Instagram posts this week too. So my next level, I'm going for big change. Like this is going to be a big one. And I had to get honest with myself and really break it all down. I had to really tell myself, number one, I'm scared because I don't know what it's going to look like. My life is going to be very different. It's not going to be what I've been in for such a long time. It's scary. This has been coming up a lot. You need to figure out what you're afraid of. When this is happening, when you feel that upper limit issue, when you feel stuck at your current level, when you feel stuck in your current reality and you want so badly to move through to your next level, ask yourself what you're afraid of. Get really clear about it. Get honest with yourself. Write it down. Sometimes the awareness is all you need. I was talking about this a lot all week. Sometimes the awareness is all you need. Sometimes when you say, you know what, I'm stuck, and oh shit, it's because I'm scared of this. Or I'm scared to move, right? A lot of you are trying to manifest new homes. A bunch of you. That's scary, guys. When you're moving into something completely new, maybe in a brand new place, and perhaps you felt stuck for a while. Well, it's probably time to look at your fear. What are you afraid of? And just admit it to yourself. Acknowledge it. Sometimes that awareness is all you need to release it. If not, and it keeps coming up, then you have to go deeper. You got to do work in belief systems, like what we were doing on Monday. Work in healing. Also, your ego comes up telling you, no, you can't move. No, you're fine here. Your ego comes up telling you, no, you're okay with where you're at. You know, you're just getting by with money. You know that's safe. You've gotten to this point. You're okay. Ego will come up to try to keep you safe because ego doesn't like the fear. Ego doesn't like change. And by keeping you safe, what happens is that you're stuck playing small. And you just keep yourself at that same level instead of stretching yourself into the new level that you truly desire. And when this happens, you need to tell your ego, you know what? It's okay, ego. We're gonna be okay. You know what? I hear what you're saying. Thank you. I appreciate what you're saying. I hear it. But we're gonna do this other thing now. So I'm gonna release you. You could go back into the depths of wherever you came from, the cave, and we're gonna move through to the new level. Talk to it like a child. It's okay, yeah, but we're gonna do this now. I'm gonna do this now. Manifestation is all about stretching yourself to new levels. We don't want to just be at the level where we know we can manifest things because we see it happen, right? Even like the money in 48 hours experiment, when it first happened to me, that was amazing. And I had to see that manifestation was real. It solidified my belief in the process. But I didn't want that to be it. I wanted to get to the next level. I wanted this work to open up my whole entire life to all of the possibilities that exist. The infinite number of possibilities that exist. And there are an infinite number of possibilities that exist for you. Manifestation is all about stretching yourself to new levels. Now, we're not going to talk about stretching that much today. You do learn all about that in Manifesting Miracle Worker Academy. That program is all about stretching yourself to those bigger and better levels so that you can become aligned with the truth of your soul. It's called a full-blown transformational course for a reason, okay? But today we're going to talk a lot about receiving, being able to energetically receive our desires, being in alignment, right? Being able to receive means we're in alignment. We're flowing. We're just taking it in. Being able to energetically receive means that you have a tight relationship with the universe. You believe that the universe is going to deliver that to you, and you just open yourself up to receive it. Checking in on Facebook. All right. Making sure I'm not cut off. It's so weird because when it's recording, it's a much smaller screen. And then when I see the replay, usually it looks normal. So, okay. That's why I do that. Okay. Being able to energetically receive means you trust the universe has your back always. Okay? Being able to energetically receive also means that you believe in yourself, number one. You believe in the process. You believe in the process of manifestation, spirituality, spiritual healing. You believe that it works. And number three, you believe the universe always has your back. Those are the 3 pillars of belief. If you've been with me for a while, you've heard me say that. I talk about this. I teach the 3 pillars of belief a lot because it's important. Belief systems are building blocks of our whole entire reality, right? Belief systems. Beliefs. So when we're talking about stretching ourselves to new levels and really stepping into the reality that we truly desire, that we deserve, becoming aligned with the pure truth of our soul, that means you need to believe that it's possible. That means that you need to believe in yourself. That means you need to believe the universe always has your back and is going to deliver. Because you're co-creating with this higher power, God, source, whatever aligns with you the most. All right, let's break down each one, these 3 pillars of belief. Okay, number 1, belief in yourself. You got to believe that you can do it. This ties into self-worth. This ties into healing. Ask yourself, do I really believe I can do this? And if the answer is no, then go deep into your healing processes until the answer is yes. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it until you fully believe with every single cell in your whole entire body, you believe that you could do this. For some reason, that was never a problem for me. Not for some reason. I always believed I could do it because of that first experiment, the $500 in 48 hours experiment. That solidified my belief not only in the process, but in myself. And then I had further experiments. I had a successful court case outcome experiment. Yeah, it was like a manifestation experiment. I had a successful court case outcome. I talk about this in my mini program, Into the Vortex. I haven't really talked about this a lot. I probably should talk about it more. And I manifested it. It was crazy. Even my attorney was shocked. That solidified belief, not only in the process, but in myself. I knew that I could create the reality that I desired. I watched myself bend reality, shape reality. I experienced it, especially in those early days. The way that it just so perfectly aligned. So from there, I always did believe in myself. But if this is one that's difficult for you, you go back to that. You go back to your little experiments. You reinforce the belief through what you have been doing. Well, I did this. I manifested this. I know I manifested this. I believe in myself. I showed up for this training. I believe in myself because I know my soul guided me here. Right? Just reinforce it. You do your healing work. You work through those feelings of unworthiness, but also reinforce it with evidence that exists in your current reality. Anytime you've ever manifested something, anytime you've ever felt in alignment, anytime you've ever felt like your soul was truly guiding you, you reinforce that. I do believe I can do this. I can do this. I believe it. Now, the second pillar of belief is belief in the process. That one I don't think is really that difficult because you guys are all here. I'm pretty sure you believe in the process of manifestation. And if you don't, you will believe in it once you do smaller experiments. That's my butterfly experiment. If you've never heard of my butterfly experiment, that's a really good manifestation experiment to help you believe in the process. You manifest a butterfly or something small and insignificant to you. Not that butterflies are insignificant, but it's something that you don't need, right? Sometimes when we try to manifest things like money, we put a heavy, needy energy on it. So instead, if you really want to get yourself to believe in the process, manifest something small and insignificant like a butterfly. And then keep your mind open to how you might receive this butterfly. It might not actually be an actual butterfly. It might be a picture of a butterfly or a logo of a butterfly on a website or a business card or something or sign. You have to keep your mind open to how you receive it. But that experiment helps you solidify your belief in the whole process. And then the third pillar of belief is the one that we're really getting into today, is belief that the universe always has your back. Belief that you are not creating on your own. You're creating with the higher power. The higher power guides you along. Your soul guides you along, but your soul is divine. That divinity, that energy is within you. It's all one, really. I'm not going to get into consciousness and all of that today, but it's really all one. The universe, God, source, always has your back. That is a fact. That is an absolute. Even when you don't believe in yourself, even when you might not even believe in the process, even when you're moving through fear, even when you're second guessing yourself, believe in the divine source of creation. You are a piece of that. You channel that power. You know that saying, we are all God's children, right? It's because we all have that power within us. And we are led along by the higher power. This also helps to take the pressure off when we're trying to create what we truly want in life. We know that once we set our plan in motion, the universe has heard us. Okay? Going back to the manifestation, the money manifestation experiment in 48 hours, I was saying that once you write it down, I intend to manifest X amount in 48 hours for the good of myself and everyone involved, and so it is. You wrote it down. The minute you write it down, the universe has heard you. You could speak it out loud. The universe has heard you. Learning how to cultivate this relationship with Source and fully embody your power as a divine conscious creator is a study. It takes some time sometimes. It takes some time. It is a full study. The study, that whole entire study is in Manifesting Miracle Worker Academy. So if you want to learn how to master the study, I do encourage you to come and join the program, learn more about it, sign up for your discovery call. All right, it's all in there. The 48-hour experiment, going back to that, it works because you set it and forget it. Why does it work so well? Because you write it down, you make that intention, the universe has heard you. Okay? As soon as you write it down, the universe has heard you. And then you forget it. And in that process of forgetting it, you're giving it to the universe, right? Okay, now I'm giving it to you. Now I'm going to do my job by forgetting it and get myself into receiving mode while you work to bring this thing to me. The money in that case. Okay? Now all you have to do is receive. Get into receiving mode, receive guidance, receive inspired action, receive divine downloads. So when we talk about receiving, you're not just sitting around waiting for your thing to come, right? Your desires to get here. I'm just gonna, sit outside on the swing and just like wait for it to come into my life. No. When we talk about receiving mode, that means that you are getting these divine downloads from the universe every step of the way. The universe is going to send you little messages and hints for what you need to do next. And this divine downloads, this aligned, inspired action is always the next logical step that feels good. It's got to feel good. If it doesn't feel good, it's not aligned. If it doesn't feel good, it's not inspired. That's why you really need to open up your mind to receive. When you get those little ideas, go take it. That's like this workshop. This was a divine download. I had the idea for this workshop. I mean, I wanted to do a money manifestation workshop for a while, but the whole name, the whole layout, everything came to me as a divine download, and also the date. And it just so happened to sync up with, the last day is today, which is the new moon in Taurus, which is the sign of money. And it just like all this money stuff is happening. Again, I'm not that good at astrology, but all this money stuff is happening and it's coinciding with the workshop. And then also the workshop has coincided with my own healing the last 2 weeks. It was a divine download. I went with it. I just went with it. Trust those things. Trust your instinct, your intuition. So your job is to open yourself up to receive these things, and you are always receiving them. Sometimes you may receive it and you don't know, or you go and do the opposite thing, right? That's ego leading the way. You go and do the opposite thing, but that's okay. Universe will send it to you again. You got to trust. And then every time that you feel resistance, you keep doing your healing work. Everything we were doing on Monday. Go through your healing work. Every time you're feeling resistance, every time you're feeling like, well, where is it? Or I'm not good enough, or this is never going to happen, or I'm never going to get to where I want to go. You sit back and you do your healing work. That's part of allowing yourself to receive. That's part of that process of co-creating, is you going deep into your healing work so you can release all of that resistance, all of those shadows that are clouding up and dimming your divine channel. And then also the other part of it is to keep your vibration high by doing things that you really love to do. That's how you also get into receiving mode. When you are happy and joyful and loving everything and so grateful for everything, you're in alignment. You're flowing through life, like dancing, flowing. I think sometimes you can't even see the hands. This is dancing through life, okay? It's like a flowing, sparkly feeling. And I know you guys have known what this feels like at least once in your life. More than that. It's when everything happens for you. And it's amazing. Things just work out. Your day goes great. You're in alignment because you're having fun. And you're in those high vibrations. Fun, joy, happiness, love, gratitude. This is really important. You need to get out of the space of constantly feeling like you have to make something work. That masculine forcing and pushing. The goal setting, right? We set the goals and then we have to achieve them. We got to make it work. Well, what's going to make it work? We need to do one more thing to make it work. No, all you have to do is receive that inspired action, those divine downloads. Go for the next logical step that feels good. You do this by unplugging, also taking your mind off of what you are trying to create, right? Instead of being in that space of forcing and pushing and forcing and pushing, well, forget about it. That's like what we did in the experiment also for day 2. You forgot about the money. Take your mind off of it. You had a bonus homework yesterday that was to just have fun. Because sometimes we can get so caught up in creating that we forget to live in the moment. And when you're living in the moment and you can activate those feelings now, the feelings of abundance, the feelings of happiness, the feelings of joy, love, gratitude, all of them in the moment, that is you fully embodying your power. And the universe has no choice but to bring you more of that. And once you fully embody the version of you who already has what you want, by activating those feelings now, it is law. You step into that reality. Abraham Hicks talks about the vortex, right? You want to feed the vortex with happiness, love, joy, excitement. Sometimes you need to forget completely about what you're trying to create and just go and have fun in the moment. When I came back to my business full time in August, September, I forgot to have fun. I forgot to have fun. I felt like I had to make up for all of the lost time that I took off for my healing journey, because I took off at like 1.5 years of my business. And I felt like I had to make up for that lost time. I also felt guilty because I was drinking so much prior to that. But I was on a healing journey. I had to heal all of that. I had to remind myself that, it wasn't lost time. It was time that I truly needed. And I'm so proud of myself for even attempting it, That's another thing. You need to celebrate every single step of the way. I made an Instagram post about this yesterday. This work isn't easy, guys. Why aren't you celebrating yourself more? Why aren't you celebrating yourself just for the fact that you are dabbling in something strange like spirituality and manifestation when no one else in your life truly understands it? But this is calling to you. And even if you've been studying this stuff for years, which, most of you have, just like me, you're already in it. Are you honestly celebrating yourself for it? Even if it's a huge part of your life and you're so used to it, it's still a little funky, right? Celebrate it. Celebrate the healing work that you're doing. Celebrate the inner child work that you're doing. People don't do this stuff. But you do. You are. Why aren't you celebrating yourself more? So when I came back in August, September, I really forgot to have fun. So as a result, the business, again, it wasn't working. I also was focusing on all the wrong things. I was totally focusing on all the wrong things. Like, I was obsessing over reels when it really didn't matter. Obsessing over strategy when that didn't matter. None of that shit matters, guys. What matters is you doing the inner work. That's all that matters. That's what's going to change your reality swiftly, is doing the inner work. So I was exhausted too. I was so exhausted, and I was trying to figure out not only how to create my signature program, but also how to deliver it to the world. I had this beautiful idea and I just couldn't get it to work. But I was able to snap myself out of it pretty quickly. Now, if that was me from a couple years ago, I probably would have wallowed in that space for months. Like, oh, this isn't working. I don't deserve to do this. I'm not meant for this. I probably would have wallowed in that space for months. Instead, I was able to snap myself out of it pretty fast. Especially because I knew that if I could heal alcohol addiction by sticking to my spiritual practice and a healing practice, and if I could unplug from the addiction by doing things that would help me raise my vibration and align with my soul, that means that I could apply those principles to anything. Anything. So I snapped myself out of it pretty quickly. I went deep back into my spiritual practice, back into my inner work, forgot about the stupid strategy and what all the business coaches were saying. I had a lot of business coach wounds and like social media coach wounds. instead of really looking within myself. That's the real work. Everything that we spoke about on Monday, healing your relationship with abundance. It's all about the inner work. When you do that inner work, things are going to rapidly change for you. Timelines are going to collapse. The more you show up to do that work. And once you do it just little by little each day, it's going to create a ripple effect, and it's going to be like time opens up for you. I have said this, I think, every day of the training because it's true. Okay? I detached and allowed myself to receive. So I went in, I did the inner work, and then I really detached from the outcome. I stopped trying to force the business to work so much. And what happened? Not only was the Academy born, but I channeled it. I was channeling it. All of the information, it just came out of me. And it was the exact framework that I had been through, but it was like I couldn't figure it out up to that point. Then I had to stop. I stopped myself. I'm like, no, let me get back deep into my spiritual practice. Let me stop let me stop trying so hard to make everything work, the masculine hustle, 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 and instead allow myself to receive and trust that everything is going to unfold in divine timing. And it did. I detached. I allowed myself to receive. And the work that channeled through me is work that changes lives. The Academy is the program that teaches you how to fully embody your true power. That's work that changes lives. But I don't think that it was meant to happen before that. There were a few things I had to learn before I got to that point. Meditation also helped me so much. Meditation helped me so much through healing alcohol addiction. So much. And I knew that anytime I was feeling anxious, I could go to my sacred space on the floor and meditate. It was always there for me. Meditation as a tool was always there for me. I meditate every single day. Sometimes I don't meditate for that long, but I still connect and meditate every single day. Meditation changed my life. There's 14 meditations in the Academy for a reason. There's one each week for 12 weeks. And then during subconscious reprogramming, which I think is week 9, you get 3 meditations. Because meditations help you reprogram your mind on that subconscious level. Helps you rewrite old stories. It helps you bring your cells back online. I knew that if I sunk back into the spiritual work, I would be able to achieve what I wanted. But a few years ago, I don't think that would have happened. I would have wallowed. I would have wallowed for a few months instead of snapping myself back into it. I'm just going to check on Facebook for a minute. Okay. All right. Another way to strengthen your relationship with Source is to just simply ask. Ask and it is given. The seminal work by Esther and Jerry Hicks. The book is called Ask and It Is Given for a reason. Just ask. Ask the universe for guidance. I can't even tell you how much asking has supported me in my journey. Just asking. And for everything too. Not like, okay, universe, what's my next step? Universe, please send me that inspired action now. You know? And then like really keeping my mind open. It always comes. The answer always comes. I remember I was a little stuck months ago. I wanted to do an exercise where I was activating the feeling of abundance. And for some reason I was stuck. I'm like, how do I activate the feeling of abundance every day? Like I couldn't figure it out. I was so stuck. I was working through a lot of stuff. This was back in August, September. And I asked the universe, I'm like, universe, how can I activate the feeling of abundance each day? So what is the answer that I received? It was to drink out of my beautiful water bottle, kind of like the exercise you guys did yesterday with the cup of abundance. It came to me. The universe gave me that answer. And I got this beautiful water bottle in Sedona when I went on my trip to Sedona. And it makes me feel abundant. I believe 100% of the proceeds go to clean water initiatives too. Like it's like amazing, like the whole thing. It makes me feel abundant. And then as I drink the water, I feel the energy of abundance. It came to me because I asked. You can ask the universe for anything. Ask for guidance and be open to how you receive your answers too. Okay, just like with the butterfly experiment, be open to how it manifests, be open to how you receive the answers. Be open. You will receive it. Okay, we manifest from an aligned space, meaning we are able to let go of all attachment and allow our desires to flow to us. We become aligned with the version of ourself who already has this thing. You let go of attachment by leaving the how up to the universe. I was talking about this a little before. You leave the how up to the universe. That takes the pressure off of you too. You got to be open to how you receive it. You can't just think like, okay, well, I'm going to manifest more money, so that means that I need to find a $100 bill on the ground. That's the only way it could happen. It's not the only way it could happen. You have to be open. So last year, I was interviewed for a radio show in Ireland. And one of the questions that the host asked me was, how can we believe that we can manifest more money if we earn a specific amount of income? Like if we know that, we make $70,000 a year, that's what we make, that's it. How do we open ourselves up to believe that we can make more than that, receive more money? And it was a great question. It was such a good question because I think that, that's the heart of manifestation right there. We got to believe that we can get past that point. That also ties into the upper limit issues like we were just talking about. Okay, so, we only make a certain amount of money, so how can we possibly create any more in our life? We got to believe that we could do it, and we believe by just leaving the how up to the universe. Okay, so in that case, maybe, the person who had a set income amount each year, a set salary, in that case, maybe the person would be presented with a raise at work, maybe. Or maybe they'd be presented with a new job. Maybe they would get the idea to start a business. Maybe they would earn an inheritance or receive an inheritance. Maybe they would do a side project, or maybe they would just get a windfall of cash. There's so many possibilities. Just as there are infinite possibilities for what you can create, what you can manifest, there are infinite ways for you to receive. That's why we got to just leave the how up to the universe. When we're worried about the how, we're in this mode of forcing, pushing, trying to force things to happen. Also, think of manifestation as if you're creating a new timeline in a parallel reality, okay? So you declare your desires to the universe, to God, to the higher power. You declare, right? Like, I intend to da 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 da. Or you could say it out loud, or you could write down a list of what you desire. You declare. Then you work through any resistance that comes up through the healing work, okay? Work through it, get those shadows out of the way. Then your only job that is left after that is to receive. You're going to receive the inspired action, the aligned action, the divine downloads. You're going to receive the information that you need to get to your next step. That's going to get you closer to that reality that you've created in a parallel dimension. And as you are opening yourself up to receive, you also want to keep your vibration high. You do this by detaching from the outcome. You do this by forgetting. You do this by going out to play with the kids and the dog and dance around in the park. Keep your vibration high, because your future self in that other timeline, their vibration is high, and they're happy and they're abundant and they're filled with joy and love and gratitude. And you want to match those feelings. Once you match the energy of the version of you in that parallel reality, that reality already exists, guys. You created it. It's there. Now your only job is to match that energy and become that person. You take the inspired action, you get one step closer. You get another divine download, you get another step closer. You decide every single day you're going to play in the energy of your future self. How can I do that? How can I dress up as my future self? I talk about this a lot, like on my TikToks and stuff. Dress up as your future self. What does your future self wear? or maybe, like wear the shoes that they would wear or something. And like play in that energy, right? Feel it out. Who is that person? That gets you one step closer. One step closer, one step closer. Once you match that energy and you get into it completely, the universe has no choice but to bring you your desire. It is law. It is the law of attraction. Like energy attracts like energy. So now you are it. You become it. You embody it. This is why it's also so important that we watch what we say. We have to watch what we say. We have to watch how we think, how we believe, or what we believe. Because what we believe to be true is what we're going to receive more of. That's why healing work is so important. Because through healing, you release all of the limiting beliefs and the self-sabotaging beliefs and the self-destructive patterns. And you truly heal your being and you heal your soul. And you become more aligned with the truth of who you really are. And your future self in that parallel reality, they are way more aligned with the truth of who they really are. They're vibing high in the energy of their soul. That's the goal. Okay? We can't always be happy. We can't always be in a high vibe space. We can't always be thinking positively. We can't always be speaking, really awesomely about ourselves. We know this. We're human. This work is not about that. This work is about feeling through all of the emotions and also becoming a master of your own reality by knowing when to heal, knowing when it's time to move through resistance, knowing how to flip into the vibration that you desire, knowing how to take those small, consistent steps to match the energy of your future self. Like what I was doing back in August, September. I caught myself pretty fast before I went down the rabbit hole of I don't deserve to do this. Why did I even come back to the business? Da, 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 da. Instead, I caught myself. And as the conscious creator that I am, I decided, okay, well, what can I do that I know is going to help me? Okay, meditation, healing principles, healing practices. That's what I can do right now. This is all about getting into the driver's seat of your own reality. That's what the Academy is all about. I remember when I first started this work, maybe I was still pretty new to it. And I took a workshop with one of my very first coaches, manifestation coach. I still follow her, listen to her podcast all the time. And my intention, my big intention was to get in the driver's seat of my life. I wanted to get into the driver's seat. That was the wording that I used. I wanted to be in control, not only of, my future, but of the present moment. I felt like I didn't have any control. I felt like I was living on autopilot and just letting things happen and replaying out a story of lack and suffering. I wanted to get into the driver's seat. So that's why I use that wording with the Academy, because that's what it is. This whole entire work, the healing, the creating, the embodiment, it all fits together to help you become a master of your own reality. It's not just about creating. It's not just about manifesting. It's about mastering your life in a way that you know when to heal, how to heal, what you need to move through, and you feel through everything. It's not just about being happy all the time. Okay? The journey of healing is the journey back to your soul. The journey of manifestation is a journey to healing. They all tie in together. It's a beautiful journey, and it is the most important work you will ever do. Okay? Embodiment. When resistance pops up, you dive back into your healing work. Okay? You need to learn how to dance between healing, creating, embodiment. We're talking about that on Monday. Those three main components: healing, creating, embodiment. And embodiment has everything to do with receiving. Embodiment has everything to do with co-creating with the universe. When you're fully embodied in your power and you're fully embodied in the energy of your future self, you will receive. It's all about dancing between the three. It's not about doing one over the other. It's also, I mentioned this too because it's very important, because this is something that I get stuck on sometimes. is sometimes I feel like I can't get to a certain point because I still have more to heal. While that may be true that I may have more to heal, it's not really that I need to heal. It's that I will be presented with an opportunity to heal certain parts of myself. But that doesn't mean that I can't continuously focus on creating, or I can't continuously focus on embodying the energy of what I desire at the same time. You don't have to wait to get what you want. You just have to learn how to dance between all three of those: healing, creating, and embodiment. It's not a fine line. It's a dance. It's a dance. Gotta dance between the three. Embodiment has everything to do with receiving. Okay? When you're fully embodied, you will feel it. You will feel aligned. I wake up every day so excited to be here for all of you, so excited to create. I love everything I do because I'm fully embodied in that power and that purpose. And it feels good. It feels happy. It feels right. All right. So before we close out, I wanted to do a fun money manifestation trick that actually got a lot of traction on TikTok. And I wanted to do this in day 2, but we didn't get to it. So I wanted to talk a little bit about candle magic, okay? I have manifested a lot of stuff by using candles. I also use candles to open up portals of healing. I had a candle that I lit on Monday for day 1 of our abundance workshop portal. A candle is a beautiful way to initiate something new, to create something new. It's even a beautiful way to say goodbye to something old, right? So like, let's say you're doing a portal of healing and you light your candle to open up the portal, and then when the portal's complete, you're saying goodbye. When it comes to manifesting, though, you could use a candle to manifest anything. I used a candle to manifest that successful court case outcome. I used a candle to manifest a lot of money. I used a candle to manifest clients. I used a candle to manifest love and self-love. It's 222, by the way. I always have to point that out if I see it. And the 2s represent union and your relationship with source. Co-creation. Okay, candle magic. Where's my candle? So, I don't even think this is going to come out. It's probably... Oh, it did. This used to be a lot more green. I think it's been sitting here for a while. It was the only one I had near me. But a green candle is really good for money manifestation. There's different candle properties. I have them on TikTok, and I will leave the links for that. But you can manifest anything with a candle. So, you could get a green candle for money. You could also get a white candle that you could manifest anything with a white candle. For the court case outcome, I used an orange candle. For self-love and healing, pink candles are great for that. And what I usually like to do is get my candle before I'm getting ready to create something. Now, this is something really good that you could do today for the new moon. And I'm going to leave this in your homework as well. You can use any candle. People ask me that too. If you have a scented candle, you could use that. If you want to, it would be great to have a colored candle, but if you don't have one, that's okay. You could use any candle you want. It's important that you just put intention behind it. It's just about your intention. So today is the new moon, and we're closing out our portal of abundance. And in the homework, I'm going to give you in the email, I'm going to send you like a little ritual that you could do with the new moon. The new moon is all about creating and calling in what we desire and manifesting. So if you have a candle, it would be beautiful to light it. And what I usually do is I write one word for my intention in the candle. So like I'll carve it in with like a pen or something, and I'll write one word. So let's say the one word is abundance. So you carve it on the side of the candle, and then you light the candle. And as you light the candle, you're going to really visualize your intention. What you could also do is write your intention on a piece of paper and put it under the candle as it's burning. Safely. Safety is key. Do it safely. Do it safely. Safety is key. Okay? So for the new moon, and this is all going to be in the email for your homework, you're going to start to create your next level reality. Think about the vision. What are you manifesting? Really go into it in detail. You could write it out. You could visualize it. You could do both. So get a candle, get your notebook, your journal, or your mind, if you're going to visualize it, and really think about that vision. What does abundance mean to you? What does your next level of freedom and abundance mean to you? Write it all out. Get really detailed. Who is the version of you who is that next level of freedom and abundance? Who is that person? How do they walk? How do they talk? How do they act? How do they show up every day? How do they feel? Get really clear on all of this. You're going to paint the picture. That's how we're going to close out our portal. And I think it's so beautiful that we're closing it out on the new moon, which is all about manifesting. All right. So you're going to get your candle. You're going to carve one word. Maybe your one word is abundance. It could be next level. It could be love. It could be home. I know a lot of people are manifesting homes, which it's very cool. Very, very cool. It could be anything. You can write the one word in the candle, then write down your vision on a piece of paper, fold it up, put it underneath the candle, light it, or visualize your next level as the candle's lit. You could visualize it more than once too. Just kind of like let the candle soak it up. That's how you charge the candle. This is all going to be the email. All right. So it kind of ties in, and this wasn't actually going to be the homework to begin with, but it's the new moon. And then yesterday I'm like, wait a minute, let me try to fix this a little bit, tweak it a little bit. All right. So I want to really close this out by saying you are so powerful. You could do anything. You have the power within you that creates worlds. You are both human and divine. You have the energy within you to create anything. You have the ability to create anything. You're so wildly magical. You are so wildly powerful. Believe it because it's true. This is the work that brings you back home to your soul. When you are fully aligned in your power and you're in that mode of receiving, you will feel it. And just by doing this work brings you closer and closer. Just by doing the homework, just by painting that picture and creating that vision and lighting a candle, you know, like all these little things together, everything moves you closer. Just by listening and being here in this workshop, receiving the transmission of the workshop, that's doing that work that brings you closer to the truth of your soul. Okay? You are so freaking powerful. You are so capable. You are so worthy. You are so abundant. I am so honored that you have all been here this week. These trainings will be up for a full week, okay? After starting on Monday through Monday. Starting Monday, they'll be up for a full week. After that, they're going to be added into the Academy as a bonus. So if you haven't finished it already, try to get them all done next week. I'm so honored that you've been here. I'm so, my heart is so full. I don't even have words, obviously. I don't even have words. My heart is so full seeing all the work that you've been doing, hearing all the feedback. Everyone who has signed up for their discovery calls for the Academy, it's just, everything has been so beautiful. And it's because you're here. Wouldn't be here without you. So thank you for joining me this week. Okay? As you know, Manifesting Miracle Worker Academy is officially open for enrollment. Enrollment will stay open for 2 weeks. Get on your discovery call, okay? If the Academy is calling you, get on that discovery call. Let's chat. This is a chance for us to get to know each other and really see if this program fits inside your personal journey. You can find the link to the call in my bio or in the emails. Yep. It's a beautiful program. I hope to see you all there. Well, I know maybe not all of you will be there at the same time, but hope to see you there. It's a beautiful program. If you have any questions, let me know. Keep the homework coming. Keep posting to the Facebook group. We love to see it. Oh my gosh, I'm just so proud of you guys. I'm so proud of you. You are doing the work, and celebrate that. Celebrate it. Most people don't do this work, but you are. Celebrate that, okay? Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh, next week. Oh, I forgot. Next week, we're going to do a special Q&A. I think we're going to do it on Wednesday. So we're going to have another live training next week, probably on Wednesday. You could bring all of your questions about the work that you've been doing this week in the workshop. You could bring all of your questions about the academy. You can bring your questions. It's a Q&A. All right? And I'll answer them. It's going to be fun. I think I'll do it on Wednesday. I think I'm going to poll the group to see what a good time will be, because sometimes we fluctuate between the times. Like some people could come on later, some people could come on earlier. So we'll figure it out. Ride with it. We're not going to masculine force and push and hustle our way through. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Okay. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. And Facebook. Bye.